Anatoly, to some extent, probably large, is underwriting the Ukrainian Weightlifting Federation.
He's buying time.
Yeah, Cervatis is going to be next up. Historically, Victor's very strong snatch, strong clean, and the jerk has been the element that has created problems for him at some time.
So Skarbatis in 4th place at the halfway stage, and 5 kilos behind Udeshin, if that's the battle that's going to develop for the bronze medal. But we shouldn't forget Steiner with that big clean and jerk.
Right.
Although he's 6 kilos behind Skarbatis, he's 11 behind Udeshin, but he might just have a squeak of a bronze medal, but he's going to have to really produce the goods. But Skarbatis now, 2:31 for the lead in both sections, the clean and jerk and the overall.
You could see how soft that jerk was. Very slow, borderline press out, I think. I think he's going to get the lift now. 2-1, shows how close it was. We call it very soft. You'll see that there's not a definitive commanding move to lockout with the arms.
And it was this phase of the competition where he was found out a year ago.
Now watch the jerk, watch the elbows in particular. He's going to drive the bar up, drive his body under it. It's not going to be a crisp movement. See a little hesitation with the arms, and then here it really looked like press out in slow motion. Violation of the rules, a technical rule, and no lift. This class, I think, is going to come down to the last few clean and jerks as far as defining the ultimate terrain on that podium. Who's going to be standing where? And Cervatis, this is not really, where he would like to be, where the clean and jerk really counts for him. This Steiner would have the advantage here, although the younger Iranian guy is a bit of an unknown quantity.
Yeah, well, they say he's a 245 man.
Well, I did 245 here.
Yeah.
Yeah, and what one of the Iranian coaches told me when I said, well, how much has he done in training? He smiled and he said, a little bit more. And he wouldn't give me the number, but he did allow that it was a little bit more than that.
That was because he was hoping you were going to walk around the warm-up room and give the fear of God to everybody else.
Right. Yeah, well, we've placed our bets.
By the way, have you heard? I've just heard. Now, Shemechko, well, 3rd attempt, 2:31. No, just not his day.
Didn't seem to have his heart in that, did you think?
No, 1 out of 6. That's, that's not the Shemechko we know.
Yeah. Part of it is just an attitude, just because you think you're going to lift something, I'm not going to say you're going to, but I think if you don't think you're going to lift it, you really, truly probably will not. And I'm not sure he had that 105% commitment to lift this. Now, here comes Cervatis. He's been in this position before.
Andy, there's a huge fear factor in this, isn't there?
Well, I think on the clean in particular, people can really get psyched out. In the clean, I mean, you think of, unimaginable horrors that are waiting you after you've pulled this huge weight up and you have to go. I mean, in fact, usually the worst outcome is you might break a wrist or two. Hasn't ever killed anybody, but the fear is bigger. We'll talk about the jerk in a moment.
So 2:32.
Solid clean.
No.
No, and the head tilted almost, at the same moment the bar was coming down, or, you want to say maybe even in anticipation of the bar coming back down. Sometimes the channel switches in a lifter's brain as he goes from the clean to the jerk. The psychological aspect in the jerk that's difficult is you're tired, you've stood up, the bar feels very heavy, it's hard to breathe at this point, and you've got to put everything into getting this bar overhead. And so you can see it, beaten mentally on this, the disappointment.
So the fact that he's 10 kilos, was 10 kilos lighter last year at the Worlds, and he's 10 kilos lighter than, let's say, his heyday.
It's not an advantage on the jerk. And in the jerk, you know, it's good to have people talk core now. Let's just call it ballast in the midsection. You know, good size guts and strength in the lower back and the abs. You want stability.
So Steiner, 233, and that's an adjustment downwards by a couple of kilos.
And if he smokes this weight, that will be an indication that, you know, he's getting ready to hit a pretty long ball here.
So once again, here's a lifter who will take the lead in both the clean and jerk and the overall if he picks this up.
Frank Mantek, head German coach.
Steiner now 28 years of age.
I don't know about that right arm. Well, it's 3 white lights. A little unsteady, but you know, Steiner at the Olympics, I remember this, you know, he missed his last snatch and then he missed his first clean and jerk, and he came back. At the Olympics, he had to take 258 for the win. He not only took it, but he made it. Let's watch this right arm that I commented on before. Let's watch in slow motion, see how it looks. It's just, well, I don't know. See, I thought that actually opened up a bit, but
you know, when you consider who, you know, earlier in the day we were talking about Schmorzkopf, and you know that was marginal, and you know what was the difference?
Yeah, Schmorzkopf, you know, left, what was it, 8 kilos on the table on split decisions that would have, had he gotten those lifts in his favor, he would have easily won the 105s.
So Steiner, Olympic champion. I think you should never underestimate that it's unbelievable to win an Olympic title in pretty well any sport, but to come back and defend the title, many try, few achieve.
Yeah, part of it's time, and you know, in 2008, they were really, it was going to be pretty much a look like, I would say, a Steiner matchup, Skrbatis in there a little bit to a lesser extent, but I think the playing field's going to be quite different in London. I think there's going to be a lot more depth in the supers.
Well, there's also this missing Armenian, Ruben Aleksayan, who as a junior totaled up 392, but actually did 432 this year in winning the Junior Worlds.
I keep wondering, you know, it's only a matter of time. It's the when, not the if, of when we're going to see the super Chinese super.
So, Udeshin, very interesting situation. He's opening up on 235 here. Now, just looking at the situation at the halfway stage, Udeshin ahead of Steiner. So this keeps him ahead and actually gives him an extra 2 kilos of advantage. Skrbatis is probably not going to match him. And that's a great clean.
Yeah, big second pull on that. Yeah, this is the man who was the silver medalist at last year's Worlds, losing the gold only on body weight. Attacked that. He just attacked that. We talked about lifters earlier this evening who didn't seem to be 100% committed. This is the opposite. Watch him just attack that bar.
Yeah, and he's going to get the Pisarenko nod of approval.
Yeah, no wimps, I don't think, wanted in that club.
Very confident, clear in his mind about what the job was all about, and great shot there. You can see the positioning spot on.
Eurosport Player, Eurosport's web TV service, brings you unbeatable live sporting action from British Eurosport and British Eurosport 2 throughout the summer. A simple internet connection allows you to follow your favorite sport across most of Europe. To find out more, go to eurosportplayer.co.uk. Follow the new season of the Champions League and the Europa League with complete coverage at eurosport.yahoo.co.uk. All the matches with live comment and scoring and breaking news. Don't miss the best of European football at eurosport.yahoo.co.uk.
Get the coolest applications when you subscribe to Jamster for £4.50 a week. Pull a fast one on your friends by turning your mobile phone into an X-ray scanner when you send Ray7 to 88888. Or get the brand new version of Partner Tracker. With its new interactive features, you've got now even more options to fool your mates with. Track anyone you want and show your friends what their partner are up to when you send Tracker7 to 88888. So choose your fave and send Ray7 or Tracker7 to 88888 now.
So, still the younger of the Iranians to start his campaign. This is the 26-year-old. Currently in 6th place in the clean and jerk, but if he picks up 2.5, he will, by virtue of lighter body weight, go ahead of Udeshin in the clean and jerk. Can he do it? How heavy is this going to be as a clean?
He's got that awkward foot placement on the jerk. Happy with that. Stood up with that, just on leg strength. We'll see this in slow motion, not catching any rebound.
Isn't this interesting? The first snatch was a bit sort of soft and slow and didn't look intense. Likewise for the clean and jerk. Second and third attempts, the coaches have got after him, and he's actually responded.
Yeah, he's warming up. He just needs a 5-attempt contest.
Yeah, but
let's see if we pick up his right foot, the rear foot. It's going to be flat, I think, and also twisted to the side. Not what you want, but he got the lift. Parallel to the Russian situation I mentioned with the coaches, he only had one coach working with him. The others are all back there, I think, with the prodigy right now.
So just at the moment, overall, it's Artem Udeshin on 440, Steiner on 427, and Saeed Anshvan, who you just saw in bronze, on 426. But things are going to change as Skibatis tries to get on his way with the 235 here.
Imagine what's going through his head right now. You cannot count the number of jerks that he's missed and the titles that have slipped through his fingers because of missed jerks. Once again,
and
see, it's just beating him.
And when you look at it, he's almost won everything in this. He's won 5 European titles. He won the world title in 2007, and he's got silver in the Olympics and bronze in the Olympics. The only thing he hasn't really got is the gold medal.
Yeah, probably the most dejected man I've ever seen was Viktor Skibatis in the warm-up room at the Beijing Olympics when he missed his bid for the gold medal, and he was just a man destroyed by that. And very much to his credit, he comes back, trying again, but the jerk has just been a terrible burden for him. It's been a puzzle that he has not been able to solve yet.
So Kozlov, who's certainly making quietly an impression. He's certainly producing personal bests, moving forward. 190 was a 10-kilo increase in the snatch phase. 231 in the Worlds last year. He's going for a 238. So again, this is a very useful improvement if he can stand up, which he can. Staggers sideways.
That's okay. I think he's keeping that locked out. He's running out of platform. Giddy, almost got him.
Now, usually you run out of platform front.
You're right. Yeah, that's not a frequently visited corner by a staggering lifter. I thought he was going to save that. Pity. He didn't throw in the towel, though. No quitted him.
Some lifters who have that sort of tendency, when they know that, what they do is they actually move the bar back to give themselves space in
if they're going to run forward, right? Yeah, he should have come to the front left corner. I mean, from our point of view, started there. Here he goes. He's going to run off platform pretty soon. Now, boy, I wonder if he knows where that edge is. It could have been an accident.
Yeah.
You see how quick he is. I mean, get out of the way of that barbell. That's not an insignificant projectile, incidentally, when it's moving horizontally like that, moving sideways. There's a lot of force there.
So Shigishev coming on for his first attempt at 240 kilos. That's where the bar's gone to. So Shigishev, as planned, coming in at 240. And just to emphasize that this is the man who leads at the halfway stage, but also gives weight away to almost the whole field. Skibatis is lighter, but everybody else in the whole of this final is heavier. 133.96, or call it 134 kilos. And the likes of Artem Udeshin, 158 kilos, and the young Iranian, 162. Oof. Shigishev just feeling that on the thigh there, let go of that very quickly. So Russian fans now putting their hands together because clear concern. Shigishev on 240, and just having a look at the weights at the moment. Udeshin posted 242, Steiner 241, but he's somewhere off the pace. This is what you never really want to see. Someone ruled out of the competition. Kozlov coming out at 240, which means that Shigishev will have to go up at least to 241, just buying some time in the wings there with the coaches trying to work on that thigh. And 240 for Kozlov. So one Russian giving the other Russian a bit of assistance here to buy that time. Kozlov being very much a team player, failed at 238, coming in at 240. So this is a 10 kilo increase. Sitting on 420 at the moment. This would take him to 430. Well, in a sense, sacrificing himself for his teammate. Kozlov left on 420 in overall fourth place, and as far as the clean and jerk's concerned, Kozlov also in fourth place. Now, men with lifts left are Yael Sanguen and also Matthias Steiner, and now the man who's about to start his challenge, and this is Berat Salimi of Iran. Second to Shigishev at the halfway stage. 2 kilos behind, but much the heavier man, but coming out on 241. Shigishev, of course, without a good lift in the clean and jerk, so this really puts the pressure on. This is 4 kilos inside what we know he's been lifting in the training hall. Well, there you are. There is the new leader in the competition. 3 white lights, Hossein Rozazadeh, world record holder, 4 times world champion, and Salimi now has a lead of 9 kilos over Udeshin. Pretty straightforward, clean, settles, good split, brings that left leg forward, and mission accomplished. 2 lifts to go for him though. So the Korean 241, and Yeon Sang-gwen really looking for clean and jerk honours here. 241 would of course put him into the lead in the clean and jerk, and this is his 2nd attempt, so pretty crucial with 1 more attempt if he can get this, and he can look and wait and see how to play that last card. Oh, really struggling there. Gets the buzzer to put it down. Well, 2-1 against. But he's got 1 more go at it, but have a look at this. Gets the clean. Just about controls it, and then overhead starts to helicopter, but the arm Steiner, the Olympic champion, onto the stage. 241, as Randy said, this is very much his strong suit. So here we go with an 8 kilo increase to take him up to 435. Just enhances bronze medal position overall at the moment, but the lead also in the clean and jerk. Good drive up. This is his forte, the clean and jerk. Well, the central referee wasn't happy with that, but he's got 2-1 in favour, and that's Eddie Suarez from Venezuela, who is the central referee, but didn't like that lift. The jury quite happy to abide by the decision, and so Shigashev now coming in for 241. Having had a little time to try and get the ice on that pull on the, it looked like the thigh, but they were also icing the knee. So Shigashev, not for the first time in his career, having to lift in adversity as Steiner rejoices. Steiner now 5 kilos behind Artem Udeshin. And the situation is that Steiner leads the clean and jerk, but has only 1 attempt left. Udeshin has 2. Beded Salimi has 2. Yeon Sang-gwen looking for clean and jerk honours has 1. Shigashev has 2. And the clock counting down here, and Shigashev could be counting out of this. Shigashev timed out there on 241. So that's a no lift, and following himself, so he has 2 minutes, so clearly the question is he physically capable of coming out here the Russians will be very mindful of the long-term ambitions of Shigishev to get that elusive gold medal at 30 years of age, or I should say 31 years of age. London will be surely, or you would think probably, his last chance, as he is giving away all that weight. And just having a look at, still no suggestion that he's pulled out, but the clock going down to 1.5 minutes at the moment. And that changes the whole complexion of the competition. If Shigishev is unable to come out and take that last lift, we're down to 1 minute and 15 seconds at the moment. And no signs of the Russians moving at the moment. That looks to me as if they've accepted the fact that he can't come out. And David Riggott fixed in the chair there. And if he was going to come out, they'd be on the move by now. So Shigishev going out of this competition. And effectively, that hands the momentum to Badad Salimi, who currently is the leader with 4:49, 9 kilos ahead of Artem Udeshin, who's finished twice as the silver medalist in the World Championships. But Shigishev ain't going anywhere now. He's being timed out here. They might as well have actually said that he wasn't going to come out, because this isn't really doing anything for the competition at all. He's not going to get onto the stage in 22 seconds unless they put the weight up again. That's the only thing they could do. And it's still on 2:41 and 10 seconds. And the Olympic silver medalist and the European champion of this season is out of the competition. Really disappointing, but it's one of those occasions where you really have to temper your ambitions and live to fight another day. And here comes Mr. Udeshin with 2:42 as his next ambition. Now 2:42 represents a 7 kilo increase, and that would take him to 4:47. Clearly would give him the advantage in the clean and jerk, and would effectively consolidate his position as silver medalist at the moment. It's a real disappointment, I think, for all of us that Shigishev injured and unable to continue. 2:42 on the bar here, and the situation in the clean and jerk is that Udeshin 2 attempts, Badad Salimi 2 attempts, Steiner 1 attempt. And the significance for Steiner is that as a result of Shigishev's demise, Steiner in the overall bronze position. Oof. Oh, and that looks like the knee. And that's where you really worry if it could be a cruciate injury. Well, plenty of incident in this 105 super heavyweight competition, and Udeshin being held off the stage there. Ooh, and going straight for the knee. Really felt that. And I'd be very surprised on the evidence of what we've seen is if he comes out. So Udeshin stuck on 4:40, and of course these injuries now, what's Frank Mantek going to do now? Because Matthias Steiner is 5 kilos off, and he's got time to work this out. If Steiner was going to come in and take, let's say, 2:46, he could get ahead of Udeshin into the overall silver medal. Steiner at the moment 2:42, but I'm sure they're going to modify that. So Yeon Sang-gwen for Korea, and this for the lead in the clean and jerk. So this would be some consolation prize for him. 12 kilo increase, huge, even for these big men. fantastic effort. Fantastic effort. And 3 white lights. What a consolation prize he's just earned himself. 242 kilos. And when you look at his progress throughout this competition, this is the man who bombed out in the Beijing Olympics and bombed out in the World Championships in 2007 in Chiang Mai, but this time made all the corrections there. And sanguine, 12 kilo increase on the good first attempt, and 242 in gold medal position in the clean and jerk. So Salimi now, well, as we said right at the beginning of the competition, this is the Iranian's new rising star. Showed us a little bit of what he was about last year in the Junior World Championships in Bucharest when he totaled up 423, but already has indicated that he's well on his way to a whole lot better and is going to be a major player. Could this man be the ultimate heir apparent to Hossein Rezazadeh? He's absolutely in the pole position at the moment. 245 on the bar for the lead in the clean and jerk, and to enhance his advantage as the overall leader. Well, he's really on a roll at the moment, cheekily looking around there just to say, I can do a whole lot more. And 453 is his running total. He's now, well, he's 13 kilos ahead of Artem Udeshin, who of course is out of the competition. So Shigishev out of the competition, Velagic of Germany in the first half out of the competition, and Udeshin out of it as well. So it's all down to Steiner at the moment. Steiner, who currently finds himself in 3rd place overall, coming in for 246, 5 kilo increase, and this would take him to 440 and 440, and his lighter body weight, he weighed in at 146. Artem Udeshin has had to retire at 158, and this would take the Olympic champion up to overall silver. It'd still be 13 kilos behind the young Iranian, but he'll take this as a real good step forward towards the defense of his Olympic title in 2012. Okay, he's got the clean. Can he stand still? Yes, he can. And Steiner, this is his forte. He may be 12 kilos below his Olympic best, but that's 10 kilos up in the clean and jerk on his European performance in that particular discipline. And Steiner goes 440 and into overall silver. So Steiner leads the clean and jerk, and there's only one man who can take the gold medal away from him, and that is Badad Salimi, and the bar going to 247. 247, and this is 20 years of age, so I've got the Junior World Championship record at 245. Saeed Ali Hussein, and he's only 20 years of age, so first in the clean and jerk, first in the total. Well, the total is there anyway now, so this is just to regain his advantage in the clean and jerk to give him 2 gold medals. Remember, Shigishev, who had to retire, took the snatch gold medal. So this to finish off the championships, to seal the gold medal in the super heavyweight championship of the world. Badad Salimi. And he cleans. No, he can't do it, and Matty Steiner, there he is. Steiner has got the gold medal in the clean and jerk, and well, that's a terrific reward for the German team and Frank Mantek, because Steiner only down in 5th place at the halfway stage, and German fans wondering whether Steiner could get back into it. Well, he's had a helping hand with the retirement of Shigishev and Udeshin, but I don't want to take anything away from him, or indeed this man. Badad Salimi, the junior world champion of last year, is now the senior world champion with a total of 453. Steiner second at 440, lighter body weight, giving him the overall silver. And then it's Artem Udeshin, who also had to sadly retire, who gets the bronze. Well, Randy, certainly didn't go to the script, and I hate it when we see injuries that rule real contenders out with Udeshin and Shigishev. That's really sad.
Deja vu, huh? Did you think, from the Europeans with Shigishev?
Well, Shigishev won the Europeans this year.
But in terms of the injury, looked like another hamstring injury. In fact, I ran into him before the session started, and I don't speak any Russian really. He speaks very little English. But through sign language, I asked him, is the hamstring okay? And he said yes, but boy, it looked like the same sort of injury we saw in Minsk.
Yeah, and there is only one thing to do, safe rather than sorry. You just got to pull out. And Udeshin, that looked as if it might have been a cruciate problem.
Yeah, I don't know. That also looked really bad, really unfortunate.
Here's the German team.
Yeah, a little bit of joy there, huh?
Well, a little bit of joy. Obviously, they were able to profit from the retirements, but I don't want to actually do down what Steiner's just done at all, because he's actually come out on the stage, and this is really the first evidence we've seen since Beijing 2008 that this man is really focusing on getting back into his sport. Sure, as you can see here, he's got the clean and jerk gold. Now that is a superb reward, and he probably didn't think that he was going to get the gold. He might have got the silver or the bronze if everything had gone, with everybody in the competition. But, hey, hats off. You can only beat the people who are there on the stage, and he's done it. And he's also shown the young Iranian that he can still be a force to be reckoned with. Do not write me out at the moment. And so in the clean and jerk, that's the situation. Gold to Germany, silver to Iran, and the Korean. What a great consolation prize for him. In the overall here, you can see that Badad Salimi is a name to put in your notebook there, just 20 years of age, and 245 with Matthias Steiner. Sorry, what am I talking about? 453 to Salimi, and then Steiner getting the silver by virtue of lighter body weight, and finishing in 4th place there, Yong Sang-Guen, with that 12 kilo increase on the last clean and jerk attempt, really zooming him up the table.